Beautiful people. Beautiful people, beautiful people. What is good? What is good? What is good? Of course, you know who I be. Good Doc. Dr. Mike TV. Back again, once again, with an instant classic in the making. Alright, if this is your first time to the Dr. Mike TV channel. Make sure you subscribe, notify, do all the good things to make yourself well versed in the good doc's content. Gentlemen, how important is virginity in your Filipino? Like, how important is it that a Filipina still holds her V card when you choose to and or opt to get into a relationship with them? I was having a conversation the other day, and normally when you talk to people about Filipinas to an extent, or dating women abroad for that matter, you often ask what characteristics are these guys looking for. And one thing that seemed to hit a baseline for me when I was having this conversation was I want my girl to be a virgin. Now, this talking point, and I will say this in fairness, it came from a lot of the older gentlemen who travel. We're talking about age 50 and above, right? Not necessarily sure if that makes a difference or not, but when I was listening to people have this conversation and they were talking about the importance of virginity, honestly, it just didn't resonate with me the same as it did for them. Because for me, I don't care. Now, if you look into the ideology behind a woman being a virgin when you meet them and stuff, you'll see why a lot of foreigners choose to date women that are younger, right? 18 years of age, hopefully legal, 18, 19 years old. Because you feel that if you catch them young, they're likely still pure, or if they are tainted, it's minimal at best, right? But it shocks me to hear people still seeing virginity as a main contributing factor for choosing a woman, knowing that we are, regardless of how you slice it, living in a modern world, and we are dealing with modern women. A while back, you guys may remember this, I was, maybe not, I was part of a panel wherein it was my job and duty to defend why guys would be with Filipinas, and we were against a couple of other brothers that talked about women from Japan on this particular panel, on this particular channel. And I could not help myself when they asked the question, who is likely to be less tainted, or who is less likely to, be promiscuous in nature, blah, blah, blah. And, of course, the Japanese woman won that one because I was more along the lines of sexual liberation when it comes to Filipinas. And you're going to find a lot of sexual liberation when it comes to dealing with Filipinas. Whether you want to believe it or not, it's there, okay? It's there. That's why a lot of guys are still opting and choosing to come to the Philippines, figuratively and literally, in order to find the woman that they want to be with. But then again, when I think about virginity and all of that, I think about, although it seems like the best option or the best thing ever to only have, or to be the only, girl that this particular woman has ever, to be the only man, that this woman had slept with, or, it feels good to know that you're only one of one, and, it makes you feel like you're, boss dog and you top cat or whatever. But ultimately for me, I think about, I've heard nightmares, right? I'm just gonna be honest. I've heard nightmares, and I think about, the act of, the experience of, and how messy it can be and all of that stuff. And I'm just not kosher with it. It's just not for me, right? And I'm just saying this, and a lot of guys may say, yo, man, virginity rocks, man. Rock on. This is what I want. This is what I want my woman. But for me, I think about the process and how much of a mess it could be. Like I said, once it's said and done and, you're still one-on-one, I think it's probably an awesome feeling. But then again, what comes with that is obsession. They're going to probably want it all the time, which is not a bad thing. And, there's probably a lot of other things that come with, taking a woman's, V card. But what I also notice is the process of. Now, chances are, and I mean, this would have to fall under the rarest of occasions, but how likely is it that you're going to find a girl that is a virgin, that still holds her V card, and you sleep with her within the first weeks, the first months of ever meeting her, right? Now you could talk a good game, but come on now, a real virgin, a girl who really holding that V card, she just ain't gonna give it up that easy because it's just not it unless you pay for it. Let's keep it real. Unless you pay for it, it's different. But I can't imagine your mouthpiece, and your game betting a woman that is a full fledged virgin. We're talking about somebody who's never had sexual interaction before in her entire life. I just find it hard to believe that that's going to happen quickly. So now I start asking the questions. How long are you willing to wait for this girl to commit herself to you? Are you going to be the type to say, hey, baby girl, take your time. I still love you. I care about you, but you're still rocking it out with, with your cock out over here, having fun? I mean, there's a lot of different ways to approach the situation, but again, how long are you going to wait? How important is it to take the V card? Like, how important is it for you as a foreign man to deal with a woman that is still a virgin? And like, how long are you gonna wait? Because it just doesn't seem natural, in my opinion, that you're gonna get a girl quick as you may think that you probably will. And then again, you have to go through the process of finding the ones that are virgins, and then the best and the only case scenario you can do is take them at their word. You're never 100,000%. They may put on a good front. Maybe their demeanor is very shy and timid, and you kind of feel as though chances are she is, but you're just taking her at her word. And let's say you've waited umpteen thousand years in order for you to be able to consummate the relationship. Then you come to consummate, and it wasn't what it was, or it wasn't exactly what she said she was, or she wasn't a virgin, right? So again, in my opinion, I have to ask you guys, how important is a woman's virginity or a Filipina's virginity in a relationship? Like, do you only seek to deal with women who have their V cards? I heard guys before talk about this, and this is why I wanted to have the conversation. Maybe because I was a younger guy when I first got to the Philippines. Maybe my mindset was a little bit different. As opposed to worrying about, oh, I need my girl to be a virgin so that I could be her first and her one and only and all that stuff, as opposed to, I'm just here to have fun, right? So for me, I just want you guys to be able to have the conversation. I want you guys to be able to talk about it in the comment section below. Do you care if she's a virgin? Do you want her to be a virgin? And this is for my guys that are looking for relationships or looking for girls to be with. Now, again, I understand the reasons why you choose to deal with women who may hold their V cards. Of course, cleaner, pure, whatever you want to call it, and less likely to be tainted by the ways. But again, in the society we are living in today, ladies and gentlemen, modern, and we're talking about modern day Filipinas, modern day Japanese women, modern day, etc., etc. In any country, you just throw the country in their particular women. Chances are, what are the odds you're gonna find a virgin in the mix? Now, again, the younger you go, you can somewhat increase your odds of, dealing with a girl that may still have a V card. But then again, guys, we have to understand the mindset, the immaturity aspect of it. How much of that are you really willing to deal with in order to consummate the relationship and say, yo, I got me a virgin or some shit? Just my question for you, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that you participate in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, you already know what to do. Like, share, comment, subscribe, do all that good jazz, okay? Appreciate it. If you like it a little bit more than normal and you want to throw a little thank you on the Good Docs book, there's a heart in the corner somewhere down here. Click on that heart. You can, put a little bit on the Good Docs books if you choose to, all right? Y'all take care, man. Y'all stay blessed, man. Docs, on to the next one. Peace.